My number 3 in terms of books that business owners, that entrepreneurs have to read. Like, oh my gosh, this is such a great, amazing books, is The Four Disciplines of Execution. The name of the author is Chris, I think McConaughey or something
Yeah,
along
you
those
put me
lines.
on to that. Another secret is some books I don't get physical copies. I just get the audiobook from Audible. And you have another great resource that you
Oh
can
my
put me on
gosh. When it comes to personal development and personal growth, there is a hack that you can use that will allow you to really dive into these books. Here's the crazy part: without you even paying for it at all, there's a app with your local library called Libby,
to.
right? Not a sponsor of the show, which they don't even charge, so I don't know how they would.
Yeah.
But Libby is connected to your local library, and they are able to help you, or you can get free audiobooks. A lot of the books that we're talking about today, you can get access to through Libby, and it's completely free. So there's no excuse. Like, Audible after a while can get expensive depending on the amount of credits that you get. I can say there are some books that aren't available on Libby that you might want to go through Audible. But if you're just starting off and you're just trying to grow and develop yourself, go with your local library. Getting a subscription through Libby, you're able to get access to at least 5 audiobooks a month.
Yeah.
So that's like a book a week that you can just listen to while you're going around, doing your thing.
For
So
a while.
if as you're on your way, because both of us, we are both very busy. I try to listen to an audiobook. I was going like once a week, going hard on audiobooks. Just had a baby a couple months ago, so not as hard right now, trying to get back into it. But definitely you want to grow your knowledge.
Yeah.
And Libby's a great option. It is free 99. You don't have to pay for it, and you can get access to the great books that are going to help you level up your business. So I can't think of a better
Great
tool that
tools.
you can use
Yeah.
that could just get you started.
But I remember you put me on to the disciplines of execution and talking about the whirlwind. And the moment you told me about that, I grabbed that book, man, and it really helped me kind of decipher what's really necessary beyond the clutter.
Absolutely. I want to give you a brief synopsis of what these 4 disciplines are. I mean, they are, to me, one of the most brilliant concepts when it comes to executing from an organizational standpoint. So basically, the first discipline is figuring out your WIGs, your wildly important goals. So the author recommends that an organization should only have 2 major WIGs. So figuring out what those wigs are, like what are the things that are really going to push us forward. Once you figure that out, then you create your measures, so your lag measures and your lead measures. Your lag measures are the results of what it is that you're doing. So a lag measure is, I weigh 250 pounds, right? Or I was 300 pounds, now I weigh 200 pounds. That's a lag measure. The lead measure are, what are the things that you had to do to get to that goal. So that's when you get to the calories. That's when you get to the working out, all of the various things. So figuring out what are the lead measures that are going to get you the lag results. That's really the next step. So that's the second discipline. The third discipline is having a clear scoreboard. So having a scoreboard up that everyone can see, especially if it's you and a team, you want to have a scoreboard that everyone can see, are we winning or are we losing? Right? Because people want to know on a team, like the reason why, if you look in sports, there is such a high level of intensity on the basketball court, on the football field, is because everyone could see the scoreboard.
And it's proven. It's proven that you do better when you see the measurement. Like if you wake up every morning and you weigh yourself every morning, you're gonna manage your weight better. Like if you see that number every morning, you're gonna manage your weight better. You're gonna make better decisions.
If you're
Yeah.
in business, find a way to make a visual representation for your sales. How many sales, like not just how many sales that you've closed, but how many calls have you made? or have
Yeah.
your team make.
How many are in the funnel?
How is, if you're running an ad, go into the Meta Business Suite and get the chart, like see, how is this ad doing, like be able to actually analyze the results of the things that you're doing is really important, because if your team, you got to make sure that it's visible, that everyone on your team sees the scoreboard for the particular wigs that you all decided on. So it's important to have the right wigs. So figuring out the right wigs, figuring out what do we need to do to get these results, and then having a scoreboard that everyone knows whether or not we're winning or we're losing. And then the fourth discipline is the discipline of accountability. Having a weekly WIG meeting where everyone comes to the table and they say whether or not they did. Everyone has a particular lag responsibility, right? Everyone has a lead responsibility, right? So everyone is contributing towards those lead measures, and we all get together and we say, did you do what you said you were going to do? Everyone's accountable because everyone wants to win. So having that, and it doesn't have to be for our organization, it could be just for you and your family, or whatever, whoever is on your team helping you to get that goal. But man, just those concepts, those disciplines of execution, if you just did that and you just said, for this year, this is what we want to do, and then break it down into those steps, it's just gonna allow the level of focus and intensity that you would need in order to get the results that you're wanting. I've implemented many of these different concepts into my organization, and I've seen great results from it. So I definitely recommend picking this book up. Like, I couldn't recommend highly how important this book could be to really keep you focused on the goals that you have.
Yeah, yeah. I 100% agree. And it trains you not to look at the results, because the results shouldn't be a surprise if you're doing what needs to be done to garner those results. If you're feeding
I
the
mean, I
plan.
think we've both of us with our ministry backgrounds know, like, we prayed all night for a packed house, and you're kind of throwing a lot of stuff against the wall to get people into your building, or getting a certain ad to perform. But it requires, like, this shows you that the results that you have control over those,
Yeah,
right? And if you focus, you'll begin to see those results.